So,
This is awkward, son.
oh, hush. I don't care how awkward it is right now. So when Seth was a kid, he always went to this place. Store hours 10 to 4. No, not. Ooh. Not all the time. These have nothing to do with marbles whatsoever. But here's some marbles right now.
I don't know.
I wonder if there's a double marble we can use. I guess we're gonna make another marble. I guess this is for another marble stick. Maybe one of those big ones. It's Gooties. Okay, here we go. This is a good one. We get one of those after we're done here.
Oh, a big one!
It is a big one.
How long we've been here? I never know. But these are balls right there. Here's a. I think it's familiar. These
Yeah, that's
Where did this go?
Got money.
We're still here. So here's the next demonstration. Are they still outside? I'm sure they came with us. So yeah, this is one of the old time stage.
Old time sick.
So we're not gonna go and dance. Okay. What did you ask me to? Not wasting any time. Who is that rat? RF. I'm immersion. Here's the traps and rooms. This has nothing to do with marbles.
Stays in there till tomorrow morning. I'll continue making marbles today. I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If more people come, I'll put one in between each one. And I'll just keep going. Did I make little tiny marbles for you already? Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm going to shut this off. You always shut this off the opposite way you turn it on. And then that way it keeps these ports clear. Always give it a blast of oxygen to make sure they're cleared out. Otherwise, you'll have a flame that's not very good. It'll discolor the glass. All right, I'm going to take this, put these off. Those are the Didinium glasses. I want to show you, if you want to get some marbles up front in the bins, and these are not ones I make, these are ones that we buy from factories, but this I call the tuba marble. In the lid, there's a 3/4 inch diameter marble, and that's as large a marble you're allowed to use if you're participating in a marble tournament. When you're playing with your friends, let everybody decide what's there. It's just like you make up your own rules. But in a tournament, you're allowed to use up to 3/4 inch, as small as 1/2 inch. And the shooter's in the lid. This one has a green shooter in it. This goes right on, and then you won't lose your marbles.
We're gonna hear that all day.
There's Katie Jo stopped in the front up again. Right, Katie?
Yep.
This is a couple different size marbles. This is a little bigger than these, and then this is even a little bigger. We call these cobble stacks. And I found these tubes. People used to go up front, we'd say you get X amount of marbles for this much money. You kids would come in and they had about 12 times or 20 times more than what they were supposed to. So we came up with these tubes and these jars for people to pick, so we don't have to count every marble. Other questions?
Now I remember doing this with this weekend. Allow me to demonstrate. So that was done. Let's see if this works better. I couldn't see anything.
Well, that crooked.
Did it destroy
You
this?
guys had one similar to this that you guys played with forever.
It only started literally breaking. Like, there's just plastic, but like little pieces broke off of it. I wasn't able to save it anymore. I glued it a couple of times, but. Do you guys remember that?
Crooked.
We only remember this one.
Thanks, Terry. Thank you. Hey, Linda. I have no cards left to write up a card.
Oh, what that had to do with anything?
Okay.
I don't remember these. I don't know why there's a hula hoops in here. This must be very new. I don't know. Frick! How are they able to knock these down with that stunt? Like that, right? See if you can stairs the pain. No. I think we bowled enough. This might actually be better. This might better work. So. Uh-oh. Wow. This isn't going like we planned. Let's see if this works better. I couldn't see anything. They're too tiny. Alright. Try it again this way. Let me see. I hope this better work. Woo! There we go.
That's a good idea.
Original. That's original.
I don't know if we've done this before.
This is a propane tank. Anybody ever use one of these at home for your grill?
Yep.
That's what we use. We used to hook up to our natural gas here, and then
Look, a hidden Mickey.
the city got involved and said we had to do all this crazy stuff, and put pressurizers, and it's going to cost us like $1 million. So I switched to buying tanks. But we do go through a lot of propane. Takes a lot of heat to melt glass. I'm using glass from Italy, and it actually has a lower melting temperature than other types of glass, but we still have to heat it up to 2,150 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's pretty hot. And so that's what we do. We heat it up, it melts, and then I can manipulate it, move it around. I can turn it into a marble. I can make what we call twisty cane, where I take 3 or 4 different colors and just touch them and then start twisting them like this, you know, and then I could use this to decorate with. There's no end to it. You can, sometimes when I'm in here working by myself, and not a whole lot of people here, or nobody's here, next thing I know, I'm putting eyeballs on them, and mouths and smiles, and frowns, ears and hair and everything else. But you can do all kinds of things with glass. The other thing that I used to make a lot of, I haven't done in a while, is I make beads, glass beads. And I just started making these years ago, and I really enjoyed it. And for a holiday gift one year, I made my wife a nice bead necklace, and I put so many beads on it, and I gave it to her for a holiday gift. And she came out of the bathroom, and she's like, "It's so beautiful." It's kind of heavy. So I had to take it apart, and I made 5 necklaces out of it. You know? But she usually wears one of those necklaces if we go out somewhere. We'd be out, you know, friend's house or something. Sure, you got a necklace that she said. He made it for me. Like that. So she likes it. So I like making beads also. Here's one that's just that I made blue bead, and I just put lots of little dots all over it. But I left them raised, so you could just do all kinds of things. This one here is still on here because I didn't put enough bead release on the wire, so it's stuck on there.
Don't make me exit.
I probably could figure out how to make a piece of wood and punch it. Soak it in water and make it. Although I look over here, it's like 10, 12, 15 minutes.
Apologies.
So you could get pretty interested with it. I used to take commissions, but I stopped doing that. It was always, I thought the blue would be more. I thought the feathers would have been taller or something. All right, let's make a marble. First thing I do is I put on special glasses. They're called Gidanium. They're purple lenses. And I bought a big pair to go over my other special glasses called trifocals. So I just do this, slip them right over. I haven't always had these. Put them on, tighten them up so they don't fall off. And nice and tight. I always do this. Bless you. So next is kazoo night. Hey, boys and girls, they look pretty cool, don't they? Here, watch this. How do you do? Not sure. I'm making you notice.
You're not in a 3D movie.
Start. Take a couple pieces of white. This here's Sparky, propane, telephone, oxygen. That's your oxygen. Check the rocket flame. 3, 2, 1, big flame. Turn it down. Alright, let's just start with this piece of white. And let's put a lot
I know, there's a TV up there.
and a piece of blue. It's almost a purple blue. I'm going to say it's either purple or blue. I'm going to add another piece of white. I want to put a lot of color on here. It's a nice piece of red. Now we got red, white, and blue. Boys and girls, when I say red, white, and blue, what do you think of? Go ahead.
The flag.
The flag. flag, with white and blue. Alright, and now we're gonna throw in some other color that's different. Looking for a piece of green. Here's a piece. Here's a beautiful transparent green. Some of the glass you can see through it. It's transparent. A lot of it you can't see through. We call that opaque. That's when you can't see through something. We have all different kinds of glass. Sometimes we pull the rods really small, so they're nice and thin. Like here's a really small, thin red rod. I'm gonna pick it up with tweezers. Cut the nails, it's more than too much. See, so there's a little thin red rod, which we could, later on, we could draw on the surface. We do all kinds of things with glass. Need another color. Where'd my marble go? See that little dish it fell into? That's why that dish is there. I used to never drop anything, but here lately I drop a lot. Looking for another color. Really, man, here's a
Loudspeakers.
different one.
Again. And that sounds me.
And here's a light
This
blue.
will not happen all day.
Like that. See if I have a green piece somewhere. Here's a piece under here. Kind of a different kind of green. Pop that in.
Sorry.
Almost covering up the white, so I'm going to take this and put another white piece between that blue and green. Turn this up a little hotter. Torches are nice, you could adjust them to get them hotter, cooler. Sometimes you just need to have a little extra heat on it to get it to melt quicker. And this is how we pretty much make our marbles here. We heat up the glass, preheat it, make one marble at a time. When you're in the store and all those bins of marbles, those are made at factories where they have machines that just mass produce it. And so those we buy from several different places. And then here we have our employees that are here and myself. We make the marbles here. And we just do all kinds of things depending on ideas that we have, sketches that we made last night. We make things. Katie Jo's right there. She makes marbles. Dave's here today. He can make marbles. And me, I'm known for making big messes. All right, here we go. Touchdown. Do the twist. Just do the twist. Goes like this.
Oh,
What do you think?
it's a wall that looks like a jump rope.
It's still soft, so I'm going to keep twisting it. See the big chunky ends? We could use those, but we're not.
Flame is still going.
Marble, we'll just use those twists. Here, watch this. Little magic trick.
I'm sorry, I couldn't do the snort. I thought one of your appropriate use that.
All right, let's take this and melt it. Here's a little magic.
Here we
trick.
go. Oh. Here we go now.
Thank you, Kevin. All right, so that's
I have a camera
you
in
use
my
this to decorate
hands.
with. And we could tack these together unless I get it, let it cool down too much, then we have a problem. Let's get that heat it up.
Don't film
Dump this in
there.
half. Want to get this all really hot. I got some really nice twisty canes up here on my hot plate that are heating up. And these are things I made during other times. And I've been scrounging around looking for stuff, so we're gonna throw some of this in there. Some of these little twisty canes. And I'm just gonna do this a little crazy way. I'm just gonna randomly dip into here and grab some.
I'm probably gonna have to make any. I'm probably gonna have to make them from scratch.
Fly at me. I'm like a ninja. Dodged it.
Yeah. Sure.
Asteroid coming in. That's more asteroid.
Gloves.
Run for your life.
What the way I'm not burning it?
There's the marble, everybody.
Huh. Yeah.
Looks like a beaver riding a bunch of spaceship. Yep. This
Make
there's a
some.
lot of colors. So what I'm going to do, sometimes when I make these marbles just out of parts and pieces, I like making them because I don't have to worry about
Someone.
where everything's ended up. I'm just using so much color. But I'm going to round this up and turn this into a pretty nice size marble. Bless you.
Don't make things so nice and horrible.
It's kind of chilly today, isn't it?
We went to the rest nuts.
Anybody here from Connecticut? Originally New Jersey. Anybody from Jersey? You ever been to Atlantic City? That's where I was born, Atlantic City. Bangor Avenue. I lived on the yellow property.
I know.
You ever play Monopoly? My best buddy lived on Atlantic Avenue. They're only one block apart.
I know it's.
We played marbles in the schoolyard back in the 50s. Here we are. Colors coming about.
I'm gonna look at the
Feel good, thank you.
earlier videos and see if he was there the last
You
time.
could buy it. You know what? I make these all day long, but we gotta sell them. You know, because we have a lot of overhead here. Boys and girls, you know what overhead is? Those are called, it's like bills. Like, what's the cost for all that propane and oxygen? You have employees, you have to pay them. Oh boy, alright, so you gotta pay them some. It adds up. You want the lights on? That costs something. We'll start adding up. You want people to have somewhere to sit, put bleachers in. Hey, anybody go to the Flat City High School?
Fouet.
Just asking, that's where those bleachers came from. I also have scrounged.
Are they crazy?
I like the light stuff.
Yes.
I was driving by the
They
day and
all.
throwing them out. My wife worked there. So I asked her, I said, what are they gonna do with the bleachers? She said, I'll find out. She called me back and said, they want them gone. They're throwing them out. They want them gone by today. So a couple of the dads that were in scouts with their kids were in scouts with my boys. And I called the ones that had big flatbed trucks, and I took a bunch of bleachers, brought them over here, put those there. I still have more bleachers up in the attic for making stuff. And then we had so much of it, I cut them into birdhouse kits. And I took them up to the scout troop where my boys were, and we made wood duck houses out of them. And we put them all over Platte County, wood duck houses. I even put one in the pond up in Leavenworth. But all those houses are gone now because we're talking like 35, 40 years ago. But they were, for a while, they were used for houses for the animals. Little pencil point. Melt this last white rod off.
Oh boy.
It's like a little spinning top right now. We're going to round it up for the last time. I'm going to use this mold here.
Almost done, so I can
It's
see.
called the 5-in-1. And this mold is cone shaped.
Did you say something?
So we're only going to put it in as deep as I think it needs to be. Spin it both directions. Flip it. Spin it, flip. Go to the smaller hole, do the same thing. I'm checking, see there's no, you can't see any void, any opening between the marble and the mold. And it's smooth spinning. So there's our design. It's like it's a big white iceberg up there. And then you got all these colors coming off here. Now, it's very ripply. The surface is a little coarse. So I come right back into the flame and we do what we call flame polish. Make it nice and smooth. So we got half of it smoothed up. Can you see how red hot it is? If I touch that, it would be like an old man over there crying and saying that it was
It's
so
marshmallow.
hot. You cannot touch it.
This is
So it cools down. This I'm going to sharpen to a really tiny point. And the reason I do this is I want to be able to take it off easily. I got an L bracket here, I sharpen it up. Look on the big screen TV, you'll see what I'm talking about. Can you see that? So I made like a little pencil point. I'm just going to barely touch it over here. I'm going to let that cool down, and then we're going to melt the blue rod off.
this will be a cartoon. He still hasn't done
Back into the mold, stand and flip,
it. Should be over by now.
flame polish.
I feel like it's over.
Not marble, everybody.
And then
All the different colors. Lots of different patterns.
it's almost twice.
Put it on the big screen TV. Look up here at this TV.
Okay, let's get it up. That was
Are you able to see color up
unnecessary.
there?
It was good enough.
So, every time I make one of these, they're going to be different. You know, so I'm randomly picking up colors and crushing it, breaking up some smaller than others. But yeah, I think they make an interesting marble. All right. Is that out of focus when I get that close? Yeah. That's better?
That's enough.
All right. How do we get it off the stick? Special glass workers tool
Chin, 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 chin.
called the butter knife. This is ice cold. This is still really hot.
I couldn't do
So
the
I
Jaws
touch it here,
reference.
spin it 2 or 3 times back and forth. That weakens that connection. It makes it brittle. It's cold shocking the glass. This is a fire brick. It's good for thousands of degrees. I gently put the marble on the fire brick. I don't want to scratch it. And I go 3, 2, 1, love tap. Right? Do it with me. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
Seriously.
Right, try again. 3, 2, 1. Love tap. There we go. Had to do a karate chop. It's an old farmer's tool. This is a tool that farmers use for taking parts off of certain farm animals. I don't go into too much detail about it. I gently pick up the marble. It's got a little rough spot on it. It's like a belt, the marble's belly button. They call it a ponto. In Italian, they call it the pontillo. They just pontillo, just like that. I melt it in and round it up, let gravity do a lot of the work now. You can see that's red hot, but it's nice and round on the top. So that's where I just melted the belly button in. And here's our marble with all these different colors on it.
And that is all
I'll
the
put it
rules
on
I
the
hope.
screen so everybody can see it.
And again.
And then right into the kiln.
It's enough for fun.
This is set at 975 degrees. That's the cool down temperature for that glass. We're gonna put it right in there. Shut it up, and that's gonna make that glass hard and not brittle. If we skip that, the glass will be very brittle. Here's a piece of glass I pulled earlier today. It's got a beautiful color.
Hard to get. Wait,
I'm gonna see if I can't make very quickly here, make some little tiny ones. I'm gonna try.